Hello, I am Mark Faraday, Community Communications Manager at NuNet. In this video, I will show you how to complete Stage 2 of the NuNet Public Alpha Testnet. This will involve onboarding the device management service, among other things. But first, I need to... I need to read a disclaimer. They wanted me to read a disclaimer before I show all this. NuNet Public Alpha software is very early stage test software undergoing heavy development, testing, and multiple security audits. It should only be installed on a computer that does not contain any sensitive or valuable data. It should not be installed on any computer that is used to make financial transactions of any sort. Do not install NuNet Public Alpha components on any computer that you are not willing to reformat, reload an operating system on. So if you have, don't do this on a device that you have your main crypto wallet on with most of your funds in. And any device that you are don't want something bad to happen to. So we can't 100% guarantee security for this because we're still in development. So yeah, that is our disclaimer. All right, so first thing that you should do for Stage 2 is go to our Discord. I'll have a link to the Discord. In a previous video, I showed Stage 1, among other things. I will also have a link to the playlist that has all of my videos that show you everything you need to do for the NuNet Public Alpha Testnet. But for now, we're going to get the role for Stage 2. So go to Role Assignment on our Discord, click the 2 so that you have access to Stage 2. And you can come down to the Stage 2 testing section, and this has the links for the onboarding instructions that I'm going to be showing. I'll also put some of the links, like this page, in the description of this video. So check the description for lots of links, lots of useful links for all of this. But so this is the testing plan. It basically just goes over what you're going to be doing in this stage. But the section you really want is test environment, which actually tells you what to do and gives you links to the things that will tell you what to do. So ready for Stage 2, which I just showed. You also need to get MNTX, which I showed in a previous video, and that was part of Stage 1. Okay, so the main thing we need to go to the DMS, Device Management Software Installation. I already have that open, so I don't have to mess with my tabs and stuff. But okay, so this page where this link goes to gives us all the instructions. These are the specs and stuff that you should have. Okay, so I'm going to be using WSL. Again, I have a video showing you how to set up WSL. That's Windows subsystem for Linux on on Windows. If you're using Windows, you can do that. It's much better to use a native Linux operating system, but for this, make it easy for me to record the video, I'm going to be using WSL. And yeah, I have a video about how to set up WSL. All right, so first step is we need to download the DMS. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting there's a copy button. I don't need to highlight it. I've already done all this. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff, but I'm just going to go through it again. So yeah, it downloads the latest version of the DMS and deletes whatever older version that you had. So once that's downloaded, you need to install it. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to click the copy button. And you got to put in your password. And it's installing. Hopefully this will go, yeah, that went faster because I've already installed it. It might take you a little bit longer to install it, depending on your device and everything. It downloaded, but we're going to check. This is how you check. Oh my gosh. I'm so used to highlighting it back when we didn't have a copy button. Now that we're on Gitbook, we have copy buttons, thankfully. So we're going to copy this one. And what you need it to say is user bin NuNet DMS. If it says user bin NuNet DMS, then the DMS is running on your device. So that's good. And then this just says how to remove it. So these instructions on this page is all you have to do if you want to be a service provider. A service provider is our term for a person that wants to run jobs on other people's devices. So you're wanting to use NuNet's cloud computing, you just need to install the DMS like this, and then you'll be able to order jobs on other people's devices. And actually running jobs won't be until a later stage. So we're not going to be doing that in this stage. But if you're a compute provider, and I think most testers will want to be compute providers, and part of testing is doing this next part. So yeah, after you download the DMS, you need to do the NuNet CLI, command line interface. And this is what you have to do if you are a compute provider, because just downloading and installing the DMS doesn't actually provide your device to NuNet. Like nobody can run jobs on your device until you do this next part. So this is like showing you how to access some of the other commands, but we're going to do this. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to remember to just click the copy button. We need to find out how much compute power we currently have available. So we're going to put in the NuNet capacity pretty available. All right, so I have oh, that's strange. It increased. When I did this earlier, I had less CPU and memory. Now I have more, apparently. That's weird. But anyway, yeah, so that will tell you what your current available computing power is. And do not make a new wallet. This tells you how to make a new wallet. That was what we did in private alpha when we didn't want to use real wallets. But now that we're on Testnet, we need to use our Testnet wallet, which I showed how to create a Testnet wallet in previous videos. Okay, so this is the next step we need to do is the onboarding script. So we're going to copy this onboarding script. And we can't just put this in. The things that are in brackets here have to be changed. So we got NuNet onboard memory in megabytes. So it looks like I have 10,000 memory available now, according to this. So well, I have 12,000. I'm going to put in 10,000 because 10,000 memory is required to run a Cardano node. It's not actually important to run a Cardano node right now because the stake pool operator use case isn't available yet, but I'm going to do that anyway, just to show you why the uppercase C thing is in here. And then CPU, it looks like I have over 50,000 CPUs, so I'm going to put in 50,000. And then address. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the word address in brackets. And then we're going to go to my Eternal wallet. And this is my pre-production wallet. Make sure you're on the pre-production testnet, like I showed in a previous video, how to make this wallet. And you're going to go to your receive address and you're going to copy your receive address. So you need to use a real wallet on the testnet. Otherwise, if you do the onboarding without that, you won't be able to receive tokens if somebody runs a job on your device. So I'm going to paste in that Cardano address. I'm going to get rid of these brackets around the C. I don't know why they're there. I think it's because they're optional. Putting the uppercase C and the lowercase L are optional, but I don't think the brackets are supposed to be there. Maybe the brackets don't hurt, but I'm used to not having brackets around them, so I'm going to remove them. So the uppercase C lets you run a Cardano node, which we won't be doing in this testnet. That use case will come later. And then the lowercase L does something. I'll read what it does in a minute. But anyway, we've got everything that we need. We've got our memory amount, we've got our CPU amount, we've got our actual testnet address and all that. Press enter, see if it works, and it looks like it worked. So now I've got my testnet wallet address in there, and I am now onboarded to NuNet. Let's go back and see what else. There's a lot of other things that we can do here. NuNet peer self will tell you what your peer identity is, your peer ID number is. And then NuNet peer list will show you all the peers that you have. So part of this stage is testing. My peers have not been fetched yet, so I just onboarded again, so I guess it needs time to find peers. We'll check NuNet peer list again in a little bit. I had a whole bunch of peers when I onboarded just a few minutes ago, but it looks like that got messed up because I just onboarded again. And this is a cool new command. People have been asking for this, the ability to check how much resources you currently have onboarded. So we can check how much you have available, but until now, we haven't been able to check how much you onboarded onto NuNet. So it should tell me exactly the amount that I just onboarded. Yep, and it did. 50,000 CPU, 10,000 memory. So that's good to know. That, anytime you want to, like, you forget how much resources you allocated, you can go back, use that command, and check without needing to onboard again. So that was something that was really requested in the community, and I'm really glad they added it. All right. These things, there's a whole bunch of stuff about chatting with other peers. I'm not technical enough to know why that's useful yet, or why we would need to do that, but they may have us play around with that later. I'm going to skip through that. And really important thing on onboarding is onboarding your GPU. So copy this and paste in that, wait for it to run. It's working. My GPU is detected. It's going through stuff. And should complete soon. Yeah, I think it's telling me that I shouldn't be using WSL. WSL doesn't work very well for the GPU use case because jobs may not be like, if a job is stopped on someone else's GPU and they're using Linux, it might not be possible for someone on WSL to take up that job, that paused job. So yeah, WSL isn't the best to use, but yeah. So anyway, it says NVIDIA container runtime installed. So that is successful. And then we're going to do NuNet onboard machine learning. Okay, mine went really fast this time because I already did it, but it'll probably take you like, well, it took like 5 to 10 minutes for me. If your internet is slower, it may take a while to download and install that. But yeah, that's ready. My machine is prepared to run TensorFlow machine learning and PyTorch machine learning. Oh, I haven't tried this yet. Check the GPU status in real time. Let's check that, see what it does. Oh, cool. Control C to exit. So this is giving me some information about my GPU. Do Control C to close that. Okay. And there's, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so they've added a lot of extra stuff, but that is the basic onboarding that you need to do. All right. And after I'm gonna skip this part, connecting test wallets. We added that in. I've already showed it in previous videos, which you need to have already done that before you do the NuNet CLI, because like I showed, you have to paste in your Testnet wallet. But yeah, this is a guide that also tells you how to set up a Testnet wallet, but we don't need that if we've already done it. And then network status board is this. We've had this before, the Grafana thing. It tells us how many devices have been onboarded, how much NTX paid. I'm hoping this will go up. We're not, like I said, we're not ordering jobs yet, but hopefully this number will start to go up as we, in stage 3 and 4, start ordering jobs and compute providers getting paid and so on. But that is not what we're doing in this one. And okay, important thing is issues. If you have any issues with this, if it doesn't work for you, what I just did, you need to go to the issues tracker. StatsDB is the same as the network status board, so it's kind of on there twice. But the issues tracker is really important because here you can report bugs. Basically, you can click new issue and report a bug, but very important that you go to contribution guidelines. So that's actually down here. I kind of wish they would have had that first, because contribution guidelines kind of tell you what you should not do. It's like you should not report bugs that other people have already reported, because we don't want a whole bunch of bugs that other people have already reported. Like if we already know about them, we're going to work on them. Well, by we, I mean the developers, not me. And there's other guidelines in here, like you need to use the bug issue template and not, it needs to be orderly and put in all the correct information and all that stuff. So that's about bug reporting. So read all those guidelines before you report a bug using the new issue, please. And then you can also suggest new features in here as well, but please follow the guidelines as well. So an issue can be a suggestion for something new, or it can be a bug. And then why is this important is because we have a reward structure for bug reporting. So community participation section talks about how testers will be rewarded for the following. So bug discovery, test case creation improvement, bug fixing code contributions, community support engagement, quality feedback suggestions. So this is what we're really going to reward people about for doing. So just onboarding and stuff, you may not really get rewarded for that, but what we're really looking for is bugs. Like this is testnet. We want to find out if there's bugs, if people are having problems. So basically, if you're reporting bugs that are useful, if you're just spamming and trying to get rewards, that's not gonna be any good. If you're actually finding real bugs and reporting them in a way that helps us solve them, or if you help solve them yourself with bug fixing contributions, that's the kind of thing that we'll reward. And so we'll be contacting people that are doing useful things and getting their information so that we can reward them in different ways. So yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so that's about everything. So what you need to do, just to sum up, is you need to onboard to the DMS, onboard as a compute provider, make sure you're using an actual testnet wallet, pre-production testnet wallet. You can check out our stats dashboard, and then if you have any issues, you need to report them on our issues tracker. Make sure you follow the guidelines, and you may get rewarded for helping us find and solve bugs. So that is about it for stage 2. Like I said, stage 3 and 4 are coming later. I think this week is all just stage 2. We want to get enough people done with stage 2 and report any bugs related to that. And then after this week sometime, we'll be launching stage 3 and 4, which will happen simultaneously. Stage 3 is, I believe, involves compute providers claiming MNTX that they've received for jobs that have been run on their devices. And stage 4, I believe, is people actually ordering jobs on NuNet so that they pay the MNTX on Testnet to the compute providers in order to run jobs on their devices. But all that is later when we launch stage 3 and 4. But for now, please complete what I showed in this video for stage 2 and report bugs that you encounter. So that does it for this one, and I will see you all later.